Are the Dallas Cowboys on the verge of making a blockbuster trade that could change the course of their season? Imagine this: Travis Etienne, a dynamic running back known for his explosive speed and versatility, joining forces with Tony Pollard to create a nightmare for opposing defenses. But to land him, the Cowboys may have to part ways with a key defender, Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson. In today's video, we'll dive into the rumors, break down the potential trade scenarios, and explore what this could mean for the Cowboys' playoff hopes. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a die-hard Dallas Cowboys fan or just a football enthusiast, today's video is going to dive into some exciting trade rumors that have been buzzing around the league. We're talking about the possibility of the Cowboys adding running back Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars and what that could mean for current players Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson. So grab your snacks, sit back, and let's get into it. First off, let's set the stage. The NFL trade deadline is just around the corner, and as always, speculation runs rampant about which players could be on the move. The Dallas Cowboys have been no strangers to trade talks in the past, and this season, they've been linked to some intriguing names. Among those is Travis Etienne, a dynamic running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Etienne has shown flashes of brilliance since entering the league. His combination of speed, agility, and receiving ability makes him a coveted asset for any team looking to bolster its offensive lineup. With the Cowboys' recent struggles in the running game, it's no wonder that fans are buzzing about the potential for him to don the star on his helmet. Now, let's take a closer look at the Cowboys' current running back situation. Ezekiel Elliott, once the franchise cornerstone, has seen his role diminish since Tony Pollard's breakout performances. Pollard has emerged as a dynamic playmaker, but the team still needs a reliable backup, especially as injuries have plagued the roster. Dallas has struggled to find a consistent ground game this season, ranking lower in rushing yards per game than expected. Currently, they're averaging just about 90 yards per game, which is a significant drop from previous seasons. This lack of production has put extra pressure on the passing game and limited their offensive versatility. Adding a player like Etienne could not only provide depth but also offer a fresh spark in their offensive play calling. He brings an ability to stretch the field both on the ground and through the air, making him an excellent fit for the Cowboys' style of play. But what would it take to land him? Here's where things get interesting. The Jaguars aren't just going to hand over a talented player like Etienne for nothing. The Cowboys would likely have to part with one of their key defenders, and that's where Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson comes into play. Malik Hooker, a former first-round pick, has had a solid impact on the Cowboys' secondary since joining the team. His playmaking ability is invaluable. On the other hand, Donovan Wilson has carved out a niche for himself, being one of the more reliable safeties in the NFL. So, which player makes more sense to trade in this hypothetical scenario? Let's break it down. Starting with Malik Hooker, his combination of size and speed makes him a critical part of the Cowboys' defensive scheme. He excels in coverage and can make plays on the ball, as evidenced by his impressive interception rates. The question is, can the Cowboys afford to lose him? Their secondary has already faced injuries, and trading Hooker could leave them vulnerable. This season, Hooker has been an essential part of the pass defense, ranking high in tackles and coverage ratings among safeties. Losing him would not only create a gap in skill, but also impact the team's morale. Now, let's consider Donovan Wilson. He's shown a knack for being in the right place at the right time. While not as flashy as Hooker, Wilson is a reliable contributor. He often plays in the box and has proven his worth in run defense. Wilson's ability to make tackles in open space and his toughness make him an invaluable asset to the team. Trading him could potentially free up some cap space, but is he as impactful as Hooker? The answer might hinge on how the Cowboys view their defensive needs moving forward. Ultimately, the decision would depend on how the Cowboys value each player's contributions to the team. Losing either one would be tough, but if it means landing a game-changing running back like Etienne, it could be worth it. Now, let's analyze the validity of these trade rumors. Trade speculation often stems from various sources, including insiders, analysts, and even fans on social media. It's important to separate the noise from the reality. Insiders have suggested that the Cowboys are indeed looking to make a move, but whether that move is for Etienne or another player remains to be seen. The Jaguars, meanwhile, may not be in a position to trade one of their young stars unless they get an offer they can't refuse. Jacksonville is aiming for a competitive future, and Etienne is a big part of that plan. It's also crucial to consider how Etienne fits into the Cowboys' offensive scheme. If the Cowboys can effectively utilize his skill set alongside Pollard, it could create mismatches against opposing defenses. Both players can operate out of the backfield and contribute to the passing game, potentially causing chaos for defensive coordinators. As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes will be on Jerry Jones and the Cowboys' front office. Will they pull the trigger on a trade for Etienne, or will they stand pat? One thing's for sure, every decision they make will be scrutinized by fans and analysts alike. If the Cowboys can successfully navigate this trade period and land a player like Etienne, it could reshape their season. The defense has been solid, but finding that dynamic offensive presence could be the key to taking the team to the next level. Moreover, with the current NFC landscape, teams like the Eagles and 49ers are formidable. The Cowboys need to ensure they can keep pace, and a trade for a player of Etienne's caliber could make a significant difference in their ability to compete in the playoffs. Let's not forget about the coaching strategies at play here. Mike McCarthy and his staff have been known to adapt their game plans, but acquiring a new player mid-season can complicate that process. Integrating Etienne would require adjustments to play calling and schemes. The coaching staff would need to ensure that he gets enough touches to make an impact while still balancing the workload of Pollard. Additionally, how would this affect team chemistry? Bringing in a new player can shake up the dynamics in the locker room. The Cowboys have a good thing going, and it's vital to maintain cohesion as they chase playoff aspirations. As we draw closer to the trade deadline, predictions become more challenging. Will the Cowboys make a bold move to secure Etienne, or will they look elsewhere? Ultimately, the decision lies with the Cowboys' front office. They've historically been aggressive in the trade market, and with the right pieces in place, they could find themselves in a prime position to make a deep playoff run. Whatever happens, one thing is for sure: the coming weeks will be exciting for Cowboys fans. Be sure to stay tuned as we continue to follow these rumors and updates. So, what do you think? Should the Cowboys make a move for Travis Etienne? Would you be willing to part ways with Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL content. We'll keep you updated on all the latest trade rumors and news as we approach the deadline. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.